Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're looking at the open world titles that gamers never want to leave. We're adding one entry per franchise to include more games from all genres. Dragon's Dogma 2. Arriving 12 years after the original, Dragon's Dogma 2 was much more well received. A lot of that has to do with its open world, which grabs your attention straight away. So much so that players will spend more time free roaming instead of completing the main story. The massive landscape offers much to do, from battling various foes to exploring areas that vary in complexity.
An astounding discovery. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
The dynamic quality of the open world leads to different allies and enemies depending on the day-night cycle. Because of this, players find themselves in a place where predictability is the last thing you'll expect.
And now, all your efforts go to waste. I shall suffer this no longer.
Number 29. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Steady. Got your back.
Remakes are great, but how do you evolve them for today's market? Rebirth shows us how. The follow-up to Final Fantasy VII Remake flips the script, shedding the franchise's linear gameplay for an open-ended experience. While previous entries have featured free roaming, Rebirth injects the Final Fantasy theme like never before.
Wonderful. I thought you might say something like that. Let's get started then. See that tower? That's your first target.
Side quests, optional missions, and characters all have a casual elegance that plays into the open world. It's refreshing to take a break from the heavy-handed story and see what the planet has in store. The contrast between the series' tried and tested model and this new style of play was worth the risk. Rebirth's open world proves that the franchise always reinvents itself.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Number 28. Forza Horizon 5. Racing games and open worlds don't really sound like the proper fit. However, the Forza series was up for the task, delivering a fascinating take on Mexico that's immersive and unique. While the general idea of competing in races remains the same, Forza Horizon 5 has us living the life of a thrill-seeking drifter. With a vast landscape comprising of jungles, beaches, volcanoes, and everything else you can think of, it's the ultimate driving experience. The open world is endlessly entertaining as players can choose to ride to their heart's content or engage in any of its available challenges. Free roaming with a car might seem hard to believe, but once you're in the driver's seat, there's nothing else like it. Number 27. Dying Light. The zombie genre has seen plenty of creative takes, ranging from The Last of Us' focus on narrative to Left 4 Dead's emphasis on action. In Dying Light's case, the open world is the selling point. The first-person perspective throws players right into the thick of things, with the open-ended nature of the backdrop containing surprises aplenty. During the day, zombies can be easily avoided. At night, their horrific potential comes to light. Because of the massive difference between the time cycles, the game has a constantly evolving feel to it. No two playthroughs are the same, so the city of Haran is fresh each time around. Just be sure not to get devoured by the flesh-eating fiends while you're out exploring.
Jade, no luck with any Antizin. Looks like we'll have to talk about that other option.
Number 26. Death Stranding.
A crypto byte a day keeps the time fall away.
Within the Death Stranding universe, the United States has become a barren, hostile environment. The best way to illustrate this is by letting players see it for themselves. Throughout playthroughs, there are signs of what once was and what the world still could be. Because of its unique backdrop, the Death Stranding world is more of an acquired taste suited to narrative-based gamers.
Central Knot was obliterated in the Annihilation. Game over, man. place is a crater.
Once you see how it all ties into the backstory, it becomes clear that the mostly empty landscape is deliberately designed. It's a bleak and dangerous place to be in, but it's also a one-of-a-kind world that carries story and gameplay hand in hand. Number 25. Sleeping Dogs. As a game centering around gang warfare, Sleeping Dogs tends to go off the rails. This applies even when you aren't playing the main story. It's surprisingly easy to get into trouble, as just about every corner of the map has someone waiting to attack the protagonist. The constant hostility makes this an open world that keeps players quick on their feet. Fans know what they've signed up for, so an all-out fight to the death is to be expected. Sleeping Dogs' environment doesn't leave much room for exploration, but the excitement it brings from its no-holds-barred style is second to none. Number 24. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
Let's get it done!
Flashy, over-the-top, and extremely fun, this game knows its fanbase through and through. Instead of taking itself seriously, the title aims for a breezy playthrough. Instead of attempting realism, it runs as fast as it can the other way. This means that anything goes in every part of the map.
Cool! Welcome to the island. Hope you have a nice time.
Whether you're looking for a day at the beach or beating people up at random, the game has you covered. Packed with mini-games and side quests, there's always something you can do to keep yourself busy. The craziness of gameplay is more than a little infectious, and fans will want to spend their time wrecking all sorts of mayhem just because they can. Number 23. Cyberpunk 2077.
So what do you want?
You got a bot. Model MT0D12, called the Flathead.
And? The hell you care?
Initial reception to this much-anticipated title was anything but positive. However, it's since been updated to fix most of its issues. Even during its less-than-stellar release, one of the bright points of Cyberpunk 2077 was its open world. Seen through a first-person camera, every corner of the map is visually stunning. Players might just want to relax and go for a drive, or roam around to see what NPCs are up to. True to its sci-fi setting, this world feels like you've been sent to the future. Although gameplay might not always match its technical achievements, the Cyberpunk world lives up to its promise of being absolutely breathtaking. Number 22. Genshin Impact. Although it doesn't take too many chances with innovation, Genshin Impact's world of Teyvat is unlike any other. It goes for an original take on what a free-roaming experience can be. Aesthetically pleasing and technically sound, the game makes watching the protagonist traverse the land a magical sight. Thanks to a regular influx of battle sequences, there aren't any moments of padding in the map despite its large scale. The elemental aspect of the story is present from start to finish, as the open world provides level-ups relevant to a chosen protagonist's skills. No wonder fans keep coming back for more.
To ashes!
Number 21. Far Cry 3.
It is brave to swim a storm, but to sunbathe on a beach with pirates, insanity.
It says a lot that Ubisoft have been trying to one-up themselves for 7 years. FPS titles can be rather linear. While the story here arguably is, there's plenty else to do on the Rook Islands. And it's all beneficial and unpredictable. You can take hunting side quests, eliminate enemy bases, and craft anything you need. The variety in how you tackle situations with different weapons and vehicles makes exploring the chaotic setting worth it. Number 20. Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. It's far from the most well-known title on this list, but it demands the attention of any horror fan. Set after a second disaster at Chernobyl, this FPS/survival horror game tasks players with hunting down their assassination target as an amnesiac hero. But exploring the area means coming into direct conflict with horribly mutated creatures and humans. It's an incredibly bleak game with an equally dreary landscape to discover. Number 19, Subnautica. Space is daunting, so is exploring the deepest depths of the ocean. Put those two together, and you've got the utter brilliance that is Subnautica. After crashing onto a faraway planet, you're tasked with compiling resources in order to escape. Only, if you thought our planet's sea creatures were intimidating, just wait until you get a load of these. Subnautica knows how to keep you on your toes while you explore its dark, dangerous world. Number 18, Just Cause 2. Now this is how you create a bigger, bolder sequel. Just Cause 2 takes what its predecessor did and cranks the volume all the way up. On a grander island, with the amount of vehicles and weapons severely increased, players have way more fun causing mayhem. It's a bombastic, explosive, high-octane action movie of a game. And the freedom to bring this explosiveness to an expansive world is all the more satisfying. Number 17, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
I had a family once. A wife. And a son. And I buried them along with everyone I ever knew.
For the most ambitious game set in J.R.R. Tolkien's universe at the time, Shadow of Mordor needed a giant, perilous land to wander. Luckily, it did not disappoint. Set between The Hobbit and Fellowship, players roam as a vengeful archer of Gondor. There are legions of orcs and uruks to rip through, satisfying your need for revenge of your slain family. And it's all given much more weight thanks to the game's inventive nemesis system.
Trying to cause a distraction? Nothing will distract my blade from your neck.
Number 16, The Simpsons Hidden Run.
2, 4, 6, 8, you suck, I'm great, da 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 da, you I hate.
Take the longest running cartoon family and mash them with Grand Theft Auto, and you've got something way more fun than it sounds. There's an alien invasion in Springfield, and wacky antics are bound to ensue. You're given objectives, but driving around town as recklessly as you want is a genuine treat.
I fought the law and I won!
If you've ever wanted to play your way through the cartoon city, this is the closest you can get.
Here we are! Now give me a green pill. It helps with the screaming.
Number 15, Ghost of Tsushima.
Cut them down!
Employing different strategies against enemies isn't a new concept, but mixing it up with the open world is where innovation comes into play. Danger lurks in abundance in Ghost of Tsushima, so players must vary their tactics. Fortunately, the environment offers plenty of opportunities to choose between an aggressive or stealth approach. Few games provide this kind of influence in curating one's playthrough from the level design. If nothing else, fans can explore the massive landscape where each of the 3 islands offers something new. From the gorgeous visuals to the depth in gameplay, there's a lot to do even if you aren't engaging in the main storyline. Number 14, Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
You guys again? I really wish we'd stop meeting like this.
2018 Spider-Man wowed gamers with the titular character's seamless web-swinging in New York City. The sequel goes bigger and better with a wider area to cover and 2 protagonists to control. With the option to freely play as Miles Morales or Peter Parker, the world here is an exciting place to be.
Where is Spider-Man?
Both protagonists have unique missions suited for them, heightening the game's replay value. Spider-Man 2 ups the ante with awe-inspiring viewpoints, as players can perch themselves on the highest buildings to initiate breathtaking web-swinging sequences. Although the main storyline is Spider-Man 2's strongest point, the open world also presents hours worth of content for fans to live out their superhero dream.
Beautiful.
Number 13. Horizon Forbidden West.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that.
Picking up where the original left off, Horizon Forbidden West takes protagonist Aloy to previously undiscovered locations. A big part of the series' appeal is the main character's ability to use robotic creatures for her benefit. Forbidden West goes further, allowing players to mount creatures like the Sunwing to explore the world from the skies. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, you can navigate on foot, as the lush savanna offers a wide range of free-roaming gameplay. Completing Forbidden West's story complements the open world's quality, with Aloy unlocking newer and more impressive places to discover. There's never any shortage of combat along the way, so players have a balance between exploration and adventure.
Another one down.
Number 12. Elden Ring. What possibilities await while you gallop on your trusty steed? Hop on over to Elden Ring to find out. Warning, you'll end up in the lands between with no plans to leave. This fantasy RPG drops players in a world bustling with content, complete with fascinating lore that sucks you right in. Ranging from magnificent valleys to eerie-looking villages, there's a diverse backdrop in each of the 6 explorable areas. Players can curate their playthroughs entirely around the map, unencumbered by the main story. Elden Ring pushes the boundaries to the action-adventure RPG template, with its map easily the biggest strength in its favor. Number 11. Nier Automata.
You okay?
Good thing I landed that direct hit. Uh-oh.
You'll die. All of you are going to die!
Most post-apocalyptic worlds are gloomy and filled with dread, but Nier proves that they don't have to be. The overgrowth of nature is serene as you glide around as the android 2B. Composer Keiichi Okabe's score lends itself well to the peaceful landscape, as well as the pulse-pounding action sequences which can have gameplay switch from hack and slash to shoot 'em up. And that's not even getting into its challenging and thought-provoking story.
What path will you take? It's up to you to decide.
Number 10. Fallout New Vegas. That's right, Obsidian's Fallout spin-off made it while Bethesda's main entries didn't. But it more than deserves the spot. Most games in the series are showered with praise for open-ended gameplay. New Vegas made improvements on that of Fallout 3 while including dastardly characters and tantalizing storylines that do the real Sin City proud.
Is it any wonder my legion has so little love for you?
There are degenerates and factions hidden around every corner of this wasteland, making it endlessly fun to explore. Number 9. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Secret name for your secret meeting with the governor.
The governor, right. I think I've kept him waiting long enough.
Few franchises can compete with Assassin's Creed's thematic quality. Black Flag took the biggest leap in representing its time period. Set in the golden age of piracy, players control Edward Kenway as he guides his band of misfits across the sea. In a break from the series' norm, naval exploration has a greater focus than gameplay on land. With vast bodies of water around the Caribbean, players encounter many mysteries and challenges. From battling enemy ships to diving underwater, the open world is as exhilarating as it is treacherous.
She's sailing for that island.
I know the place. Natural stronghold used by a French captain named Ducasse.
Julian Ducasse, the Templar.
Even the smaller scale on land has its merits, as fans can pick between jungles, villages, and hidden islands. the effectiveness of the world's design successfully pivoted the Assassin's Creed formula to new heights.
Uh-oh. Here they come. Those Templars. Or maybe assassins this time.
Number 8. Batman: Arkham City.
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
Arkham Asylum already gave us bat-tastic gameplay, so setting the sequel in a criminal-infested city was a gift from the heavens. Batman has one of the best rogues galleries in comics. With each of his baddies receiving different types of quests and thugs crowding the streets, there's plenty the Caped Crusader can do.
Take it easy.
As we soared from building to building with Batman's belt of goodies, we knew it as the next evolution in superhero gaming. Number 7. Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption is an excellent Western experience, but its prequel is a masterclass in capturing life in the Old West. There's something to do everywhere you go, whether it be hunting, stealing, bringing in a bounty, solving murders, or just riding around on your trusty steed.
Got him and gonna kill him! Unless you bring me John Marston! Right now!
It's the type of game you never want to end, a near-perfect adventure world you just want to keep living in. Also, it's jaw-droppingly gorgeous. Number 6. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually. If you get out of here alive.
Hideo Kojima birthed one of gaming's most treasured franchises, and his final entry contains one of the most dynamic open worlds yet. A dynamic weather system, a real-time day-night cycle, and different types of terrain immerse you in it. Blended with the series' signature stealth gameplay and the choice of your objective order, the world and enemies adapt to how you play. This positively forces the player to change up how they approach each situation. Number 5. Minecraft. If you want a game to give you objectives, Minecraft may not be for you. But if you want a game that lets your imagination run wild, where you can build your own extensive open world, then, well, let's face it, you've been playing this game for years. What players have been able to create with a bunch of pixelated blocks is genuinely astounding. In Minecraft, variety truly has no end. Number 4. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto has seen numerous memorable entries. Just look at San Andreas. But when it comes to rampaging through a gigantic city, Rockstar has always managed to get better and better. Their latest was released back in 2013, and they honestly haven't needed to release a new one yet. With so much to do and how addictive it all is, it feels like several games wrapped in one beautiful, notorious package. Number 3. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Open-world gaming wasn't revolutionary at the time of Skyrim's release. However, gamers were astounded to see the level of freedom it offered. Rather than undergo hours worth of story missions to unlock the map, Skyrim allows players to do whatever they want. The world of Skyrim is more than just about free roaming, as different character classes, locales, and side quests keep you busy.
Think you can take me?
The backdrop has its own personality thanks to the Viking aesthetic that dominates the landscape. Skyrim has gone down as a trailblazer in open-world circles, making the map a major factor in commanding consumer appeal. Whether through the modding community or because of endless replay value, the game has continued to have a lasting appeal over a decade later. Number 2. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Those who thought they'd seen everything in the Kingdom of Hyrule were in for a pleasant surprise. Tears of the Kingdom goes beyond borders, taking fans to the highest and lowest areas of Hyrule. And it's awesome either way. The differences in each area's style and quality refresh the gaming experience, reducing the chances of repetition in the title's long-lasting campaign. While there are several challenges, Tears of the Kingdom excels at delivering a relaxing, breezy world to get lost in. The ease of travel, familiarization with the world, and overall ambiance are marvelous. No matter how long you stick around Hyrule's majestic environment, you'll probably never have enough.
We are the king and queen who founded Hyrule, after all. Or at least we were the last time I checked.
You two founded Hyrule?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt. We've said it before, we'll say it 1,000 times. The Witcher 3 is an immense success when it comes to crafting a video game world. The dark fantasy setting lends itself incredibly well to the damaged characters and horrific monsters. There's a drive in Geralt to find his loved ones, but it's weighed down by thankless duty and a war-ravaged landscape. Through him, the player wants to explore, piecing back together a broken kingdom. Which open world do you return to all the time? Let us know in the comments.
When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.